What's up, guys? So we're going to talk today about ranking up and how to actually do it in 2023. We're also going to talk about why it doesn't matter, why rank doesn't matter, and why it's just a silly PNG sitting on your screen. Now, obviously, guys, I'm sure a lot of you have heard that before, but why do we play ranked in the first place? Other than to get better, it's to rank up, right? To see that visual icon correlate with our skill level, okay? So we're going to talk about how to actually get that little icon and make it look a little bit cooler each time you play. And trust me when I say this, it's very easy to rank up in Valorant. You can go from gold level to Immortal in less than 6 months if you know what you're doing and you know how to practice and improve properly. Another good way to rank up is to always have the best skins in the lobby. And to get the best skins, you should employ the help of Free Cash, which is today's sponsor. Free Cash is a trusted website where you can earn money by doing surveys or doing in-game things to just receive an easy check for some bread in order to get some easy Valorant skins. I personally prefer just doing the surveys, as I have tried the website out, because it's a bit less steps. But if you want to get paid out more, there's a lot of things you can do testing apps. Although it is a bit more time consuming, the payout is a lot more. Once you've made a bit, all you gotta do is go to PayPal or Valorant Points and click cash out. It's as simple as that. It sends you the money very fast. Actually, this was pretty much instant. And yes, I only had $5 to cash out, but it came instantly. Free Cash is a legitimate website with thousands of 5-star reviews on Trustpilot. Thank you once again, Free Cash, for sponsoring today's video. And let's get into the guide. So first off, we have playing with a purpose. Now, I'm sure a few of you have heard this before, but for those of you that haven't, usually the lower ranks that are really trying to rank up, is you need to play with a purpose and you need to have a clear goal in mind when you're playing. Yes, ranking up can be a goal of yours, but just spamming games and ranking up naturally, because the game does push players to rank up naturally, does not mean that you will be improving alongside your rank. So you need to make sure when you are playing that you pick one thing that you are weak at and you focus on improving it. So you're not getting overwhelmed with different things to work on, but pick one or two, whether it be your aim, whether it be your general awareness, whether it be your util, any of those things, pick one of them and improve on it. Usually the aim is a bit more natural. You can just kind of practice your aim outside of playing the game. So keep that in mind, right? Just remember, practice your aim outside of the game, practice your crosshair placement and pre-aiming while you're in the game, and focus on your awareness, your util, and your game sense. Those are all things that should be focused on in game. Of course, you want to remember team play. Team play is something that's very overlooked. Valorant is a team game. Make sure, if you also want to pick something else aside from those, that you are focusing on your team play, setting up bait plays in order to set up big kills, playing off of your teammates in general. It can be very powerful and it can win you so many games. The amount of games I've won just based off of team play alone, not even my own personal skill level, but just playing off of one other teammate in order to net me a massive amount of kills. I do this a lot with Judgment specifically. Me and him play together very well, and we win a lot of rounds just by playing off of each other. So focus on your team play if you're not going to focus on the other aspects of the game. The next one we have is a very important one, and this is angle clearing. And not just angle clearing, but angle clearing with intention. Not just going through the motions, but actually clearing out an angle under the assumption that there will be a player playing in that position. I'm going to show a clip for context taken from Austin CS. This is a great CS player, and this can definitely apply to Valorant as well. I think it's just a very good piece of advice for anyone that is trying to learn these types of games, or anyone that's just kind of not improving. This will definitely help.
No. Right instincts, right instincts. I like that. If you didn't second guess yourself, you would have had it. Unfortunately, I think what you're doing is going through the motions instead of actually doing it. You check that spot how many times now? Probably 100 times no one was ever there. But this one time they were. So now, next time, you're going to always check it extra hard. But it's okay, Austin. Next time, brother.
We learn, we go next.
It was kind of framed like a joke, but this advice is actually pretty sound if you really dig into it. A lot of players in Valorant, in Counter-Strike 2, just kind of go on autopilot. And I've talked about this a lot before, is autopilot is like one of the biggest things you need to avoid when you're trying to rank up in Valorant. One of the best ways to rank up and get better in Valorant is just being aware. you know, just being awake when you're playing the game. When you queue like 3, 4, 5 games a day, it's natural for instances like this to happen, where you just kind of soft clear an angle. Somebody's there, you don't expect him to be there, but you still clear it just because you're in the habit of clearing that angle, and you end up losing the fight, you end up losing the round because of it. There's a good analogy for it, where if you drive your car to work every day, eventually driving that 15 minutes is going to feel much, much faster because all you're doing is driving on autopilot, right? You make the same drive every single day. You've done the same thing over and over and over again. You zone out and you're at your destination. That's what we want to avoid when we're playing Valorant. That's one of the biggest pieces of advice that anyone can take, in my opinion, in these types of games, okay? So just keep that in mind as you're playing Valorant. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're actually playing the game and thinking while you're playing the game. I know it sounds simple, but it is very important that that is the mindset you have when you're playing these games. Another important piece of advice is learning more than just the agent you main. On my channel, I play a lot of Phoenix, right? But that doesn't mean I only know how to play Phoenix. My favorite character in this game to actually play, and like one of the most enjoyable characters I find, is Omen. I have a lot of fun playing Omen. Omen is just a good time, right? There's only so far you can get with your agent. There's only so good you can get at that agent. If you diversify and learn another agent in a completely different playstyle, it will make you just an all-around better player because you know how to play these two roles, okay? And not only that, but it'll help you understand what the enemy player might be doing at any given time. If you play a lot of Jett, you know what the enemy Jett is likely going to be doing. But if you play a lot of Jett and Sova, if you're playing Jett and you're going up against a really good Sova, but you're also very good at Sova, you will know a lot of the times what their Sova is going to be doing, how they're going to be thinking, and how they're going to be playing situations. That's why it's important to diversify your agent pool so you can understand the mindset of other players playing in that role that you have also played. It helps you just think about these things much, much quicker and in a much more streamlined fashion. Not only that, but if your agent gets taken, which is bound to happen unless you just dodge every single time that you don't get your agent, then you have somebody else to play. You are confident in a completely different area of the game that you do not usually play. So I think it's very important that you're diversifying your pool of agents. I would say pick one in each class to get good at. One Sentinel, one Initiator, one Duelist, one Controller, etc., right? Pick one to get good at. From there, you can find which two suit you the best, and you can start to diversify in those two pools. If you like Duelist and Initiator the most, you can start to learn more Duelists, you can start to learn more Initiators, until you've just diversified your pool so much that no matter what, you always have a character to play, and you're always confident on that character. If you like this video, be sure to follow me on Twitch and subscribe on the channel. Also, check out my Counter-Strike channel. I just posted a video a few days ago. So if you're interested in Counter-Strike content, that's kind of my passion project over there. So if you want to support me on that, go ahead and check out the link in the description. Aside from that, guys, I will see you in the next video.